Hi again. I'm Frankie.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, and together we're the co-founders of Capsule. To understand Capsule, it's important to understand the Web3 squirrel community that started it all. We were so surprised when our squirrel NFT ended up being cherished by a 4-year-old and her mom because NFTs have so far been inaccessible to kids and teens. We realized this is a huge missed opportunity because they are the largest market of collectors in the world. Nearly every team that you meet exists in a fandom, which is an exploding industry. Genshin makes 4 billion a year selling digital gacha characters, and fandom merch is one of Etsy's most popular categories. But fan-made merch is expensive and unpredictable. There's high upfront costs, take rates, inventory risk. So much can go wrong. Digital collectibles solve this problem by being affordable to produce and purchase, which is why we're building Capsule, a marketplace for digital cards made by fandom artists. Here's a look at our demo. From the very first page, you can jump right in. Clicking on any card will take you to its collection, where you can do the rest of the set and even roll for a chance to win the card that you're looking for. And then from there, you can organize any card you've collected in your profile and even flaunt your favorites. If you have any duplicates, you can merge them to create a rarer, more valuable card.
You may have noticed something. There are no wallets on our site. We plan to eventually integrate an invisible Web3 backend where cards are tokens, but not until we found a version of product market fit. This was a super deliberate decision to focus on product and distribution first because we wanted to cultivate a community of users that truly love our product. And so far, they do. 4,300 cards have been collected by 840 users. The average age of our user is 17, and they really resonate with our product because the top 3 Discord bots are actually card collecting bots. Weekly cards collected on our platform has increased by over 600% during the last 3 months, just during our time at VFF. And our users are coming back. 42% of users on day 7 and 19% on day 30. We have a lot in store for them as well. These are just 3 of the content creators that are about to launch collections on our platform, bringing their combined TikTok followings of over millions, really. So we've already built a wedge by starting with fandom creators, but long-term, scale will allow us to build out ecosystems of brand partnerships, bringing partners like Mattel, Sanrio, Lego to Capsule. And as it just so happens, my last job was actually at the company that made the Lego movies. So hi again, I'm Frankie. I come from Hollywood. We're in college. I built a nonprofit that was backed by Disney, Warner, and more.
I come from an illustration and a bit of a fandom background where I've accumulated over 1 million views on our TikTok channel in that niche. We've now been working partners for over a year.
We've put everything into bootstrapping this, and we're seeing glimmers of product market fit.
Great. Thank you, guys. So let's get started with some Q&A. First question, what are some of the particular needs for the collectible cards category that you're building for that more horizontal NFT marketplaces don't particularly solve for?
I think one of the key parts of our thesis has been that Web3 needs to be an invisible experience. And you see this just happen with Creator League recently. There really is a big PR problem. And our big approach is we create a product that people love first that happens to have a Web3 backend. And that's really how we see the next billion users being onboarded onto Web3.
Great. For the next question, we noticed you had some awesome stats on the slides. So how have you seen people using these cards? Like, have you noticed any sorts of interesting behaviors?
Yeah. Did you want to answer that stuff?
Yeah, so a lot of the features we built out were based on the way that people were interacting with the cards. So actually our merging feature where your duplicates will become rarer was actually based on one of our users' feedback. And she also came from a background of collecting these cards, which is also why we brought up those Discord bots as well, which we're also in the process of making one of those so they can interact even more deeply on apps they're used to using.
All right.
Very cool.
Something that was interesting is we built a proof of concept that was able to generate revenue. And it was really fascinating that like the second our users had spent money into purchasing character cards, and because there's a randomized gacha mechanic, they almost felt like the second they had a rare card, they wanted another rare card. So the likelihood, almost every single user that pulled a rare card spent more money in order to try to get another rare card.
Super interesting. Another attendee asked, have you thought about having a mobile app to reach more users? So if you could talk more about why you built a desktop app, that'd be useful.
It's just always been about speed, really. I think it's just faster to ship a web app. It's you get more access from Android users, which a lot of gotcha users and a lot of teenagers generally have Android and Windows devices. So it just made more sense for our target demographic.
And that's also why we leaned towards the Discord bot that we're sending out first, too, because we weighed it faster. And we realized whenever we reach out to this group of teens and kids, they're so much faster on Discord.
Got it. And are there any other sorts of product or service adjustments that you've had to do to cater to the age segment that you're targeting? And what is the experience with the cards beyond collecting?
As you can imagine, the sophistication of like having a teenage user base isn't like, it's not speaking to like a product manager that has been in tech for 20 years. It's always been like they don't use email as much. They live on Discord really. TikTok, like YouTube is for boomers at this point for them. TikTok is their main consumption media category. So I think like really doubling down on Discord has done wonders for us to be able to really just speak with them one-on-one. In terms of what more you can do with the cards, you want to take that?
Oh.
Yeah, you can level them up.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And you can collect them, and there are a couple more features we're planning to add that we're kind of are in different phases of development.
For sure. And is every card purchased, or are there free drops?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So we have like a free model first, and then premium collections can be purchased with a free layer of 20 cards that are available to collect for free first. And then from there, they cost money at intervals.
We're still iterating.
And I'll do 1 to 2 more questions based on how long this answer is. But one, are you concerned that adding wallet infrastructure will fundamentally change the flow, that it could affect your traction and business model, especially because you mentioned that it's important to abstract away Web3?
That's a good question. And I think we think back a lot to the panel we had during VFF with Ryan Wyatt, where I think I don't think we truly believe in a truly decentralized, that Capsule will ever be a truly decentralized product. I think in our heads, it's always going to be a Web 2.5 product, and it's the only way that we can appeal to our current audience and reach the largest scale possible. So there will be trade-offs. We're well aware of that, but I think it's very well worth making.
Got it. And then the last question is, what's the custody management of the NFTs if there aren't any wallets on the site? So like what chains are you using, where are they deployed, etc.?
It's all, there actually isn't any Web3 infrastructure currently. It's just all held in a private database for now.
Got it. Thanks, Frankie. Thanks, Stephanie.